What's good, everybody? It's Mr. Composition MC that writes fiction back at it with another reaction. Yo, Wale got some new stuff. Wale got some new stuff. This is the Blanco official music video. Now, if you're new to the channel, make sure to leave a like, subscribe, notification bells on so you don't miss when I drop a new video on the road to 10K. Oh man, at one point, I wouldn't say Wale was my favorite rapper, but he was definitely someone that I as a rapper myself, just I would sit up there, I would listen to him. There was the mixtape about nothing series. There was just a lot of stuff that I was just all like, oh, this cat's dope. There was a level of just confidence that he had that it's just all like, yo, who is this guy? And then the fact of the whole DC Go-Go and everything like that, I was all like, he came from an angle where it was just like this cool type of hip hop. Then we get to the whole MMG, saga. And I don't know what his current situation is, but we hadn't heard from him in a minute. He'll get in controversies for, things that he speaks about and feels strongly on and just no filter. Um, but the raps I always thought was really, really cool. And I thought he brought a unique aspect of cool as far as to hip hop. So with him dropping this, let's see what it is. Let's see how he sounds, man. I haven't heard a Wale track in a minute. Blanco, white. I thought my shit was really good. I was all like, what?
Yo,
Yo, how's everything?
everything good. Everything good. Everything a lot. Gotta free my mind. Yeah, they gonna understand what it's on. We all fight some type of thing. Fuck it. Hold up. Yeah, drowning in sorrow. Yeah, back on that bottle. Yeah, I'm not alone. Yeah, Blanco Desado. Yeah, drowning in sorrow. Back on that bottle. Yeah, I'm not alone. Yeah, Blanco Desado. Yeah, trying to ease my mind. Tryna free my mind. Gotta threesome with these demons and I need some time. Now I go easy up, they go easy down. And you bitches get too mixy, might gotta kick you out. Yeah, can't figure this out. She make me numb, but she makes me smile. She make me talk more, but she make me loud. And she know I'm introvert, you know I hate a crowd. Here we go.
Yo, I would definitely say Wale definitely knows how to make like those like I said, those cool jammers, son. Like this reminds me, this almost gives me the Lotus Flower Bomb, him and Miguel vibe and everything like that. Now I would say it is interesting as far as, his age, different things like that this would still be, an issue. But we also have to take into consideration that he is a well-known rapper who's had success. So, that's always been my thing as far as rappers. I think that's why I think subconsciously I developed certain interests. Like I'm a composition, an MC that writes fiction. I write books. The I don't buy the Devil's Playground. I don't have whatever is the Devil's Playground, and I'm just all like, what else do you do as an artist other than go out, spend money, and then go into the studio or go around these situations? Because I'm just all like, why? Is it the addiction of it? It's just the optics of it. But I only say that because I noticed it. It's just something you have to take it like I met Wale. I wouldn't say met. He came down as far as for a show that we had here in Texas, and he had walked by, and I was actually surprised that I was taller than him. I like there's this persona he puts out that it just seems he seems bigger than he actually is, type of thing. But him talking about these particular things, I can understand why. I can understand why, but it doesn't mean that I can't question, well, why aren't you like what else are you into? You know what I mean? Like certain artists, I wonder who's in their corner sometimes, but it does give us some dope music to listen to. But I wonder sometimes who's in their corner because what's stopping Wale from doing a DC Go Go documentary or vlog type of thing as far as in this particular time frame? I just think that oftentimes when I get into these thoughts like Wale, I'm not doing what I'm supposed to be doing. There's a level of excess. There's a level of like, smoking, all these different things that you're in your head and you're just all like, you start thinking things that really aren't true or a very extreme version of what it actually is sometimes. But like I said, this is dope. It allows for us to get some dope stuff.
Yeah, we gon' got enough to go around, so tell all your friends. Soon as the club over, put them all in bands. Well, I remember this tomorrow, well, it all depends. Yeah, drowning in sorrow, yeah. Back on that bottle, yeah. I'm not alone, yeah. Blanco the saddle, yeah. Drowning in sorrow, back on that bottle, yeah. I'm not alone, yeah. Blanco the saddle, yeah. I woke up at like 4 in the morning, went to bed at 4 in the morning, in the club for an hour or something. I was up for like 48 of them, from the Capitol back to my Holland, Land Rover and back to Rodale, making sure that my circle is tight, so nobody I know got an angle. Got me drinking whatever this is, lighter brown cause I gotta be gold. In my beautiful house, no friends, now I'm with.
I like that line. That angle line was dope. That angle line was but like I say, it's very interesting. Like I'm hearing what he's talking about. I definitely hear it. And it's just like it's a heartfelt, type of thing, him pouring, his thing. But then I hear certain lyrics. He's all like up till 4 a.m., go in the club for an hour, and I'm just all like, why? Like I'm just like I'm hearing what it is that he's saying, and there's certain things that I'm just all like, okay, this probably is the reason why you're back on the bottom, like, because like everything. Certain times I look at I look at videos and I hear the lyrics and I'm just all like, well, this is the reason why. Like you're showing why you're in the state that you're in. That's why I'm just all like, what? Who's around him? But obviously, on the music front, the visuals are dope. It's a dope song. The lyrics are dope. There's certain things that I'm just as a reactor and then just as an artist and certain things real time. There's certain things that I'm like, well, of course you're feeling that way because of the lifestyle that you're living. Like, why don't you get out of that lifestyle? But maybe he likes it. I guess that's what's gonna be happening.
My Casamigo and my mama on there say hi. She said, why are you single? I say, mommy, I'm sorry, I'm trying, but nobody gonna love me like she do. Ain't nobody gonna love me like she do. Ain't nobody be loving like
everything cool?
I'd rather be drunk and let me dumb, not trying, bitch. I already said that. Yeah, man, that's probably my ego. Yeah, drowning in sorrow, yeah. Back on that bottle, yeah. I'm not alone, yeah.
And I feel that line that he's said as far as with his mom and stuff. Like it makes me think. Sometimes we don't realize like he's self-aware enough to know. Like I'm sitting up here like saying these things, but he's mentioned it in the song. He knows this stuff. Ego is wild because sometimes I think that we think that it comes in one type of way, but I think that it can prevent you from the things that you want. You know, it sounds like he does want a stable relationship and different things like that. But the ego may get it into that. Sometimes we sit up there, we're just all like, okay, I got all of these material possessions, but that's not enough. That's why certain people, when they hear certain, podcasters, certain videos, it's just like, as a guy, you got to do this, this, and this, and da, 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 da. It's just like, okay, well, what type of women are you going to be attracting by doing that? You know, because there's more to life than a lot of this material stuff. So yeah, you might have obtained everything that you might have wanted on the material, but what was the cost of that? You know, if your soul is so uh consumed by all of this stuff that there's no room for what it is that you ask for unless you start getting rid of some of that stuff, but you're so attached to that stuff that you're in this constant, back and forth pool. That's why that's why like I think I've always had some type of reservation as far as for Wale in some capacity because as when I first heard of him, there was just a lot of things that I just really admired about his artistry. And when I hear a song like this, the lyrics like this, I understand why. Because there are certain things that if you know, the lyrics hit harder because it's just all like it may seem so simple, like you're telling your mom, da, 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 but I've recently had conversations with my mom like that. I'm the oldest, and I don't have no grandchildren for her. My younger sister that's 3 years younger than me has grandchildren, for her, and is married and different things like that. And so, I've told her, I'm just all like, hey, I'm out here. I'm not, I would say that like sorry, but I can't say that I've put myself out there. Before we get into that, this video is sponsored by me. Hey, if you want to dive into new music, I have a catalog. Catalog. Yeah. These are not singles. These are albums. But more recently this year, I did release an album called Tame Chaos. So you can listen, stream, download, purchase all of that in the link in the description. And just, check it out because I want to see if people are actually seeing this and going to the site. So anyways, run out of memory. I can't say that I put myself out there, to even try to get it, so I feel those lyrics. So let's go ahead and finish this up because my memory just died as far as for the recording.
Blanco the saddle, you're drowning in the sorrow. Back on that bottle, yeah. I'm not alone, yeah. Blanco the saddle,
man, like man.
Mirror, mirror on the bands, who the flyest in the room? Who inspired everybody that's aspiring to you? I won't toot my own horn, I'm just wearing it to you. And I know you just a mirror, but my fear is on you.
I like the little teaser, like the little teaser as well. Okay, this was dope. I ain't even gonna lie. It's a dope song, and it to me sometimes dope is more than like okay the lyrics like how did it make me feel, what type of thoughts did it inspire me to talk about within this video. So that's what makes it dope. That's what makes it dope. It's good to hear from Wale, and I hope he's able to find what he's trying to get. But anyways, y'all, let me know what y'all think in the comments. It's Mr. Composition of MC that writes fiction, back at it with another reaction. Make sure to like, subscribe, notification bell is on so you don't miss when I drop a new video on the road to 10K. Let me know your favorite Wale track or your favorite Wale album or favorite Wale feature. Me, I would definitely say Back to the Future. That mixtape was fire. I can't even lie. That mixtape was freaking fire. I'll definitely say that's my favorite project from him, other than like the mixtape about nothing. Because like I said, like there's certain things where I'm just all like, because Seinfeld was one of those shows that if you didn't have cable, there's certain shows you just had access to that maybe you might have not normally gravitated towards. But because there was nothing else on, you was just like, let me go ahead and throw this on. And the concept was just like it's so funny. So I would put that, but the Back to the Future was dope. But let me know in the comments, y'all. So it's Composition MC that writes fiction, back at it with another reaction. Make sure to like, subscribe, notification bells on so you don't miss when I drop a new video on the road to 10K. Make sure to check out the description from music, books, comics, and more. All right, y'all.